And let's get to number 8. To get into my top 10, you have to have a balance of achievements and actual consistent production. Or you have to have an unfathomable amount of achievements on the same scale as the guys in the top 10, or you must be just an absolutely dominant individual player with team success put in perspective. And this guy is quite honestly the greatest all-around player the game has ever seen. In his second year in the NBA, he averaged 30.8 points per game, 12 rebounds, 11.4 assists.
Yep.
He averaged a triple-double for the whole season, folks. He barely missed that feat in 4 other seasons with assist averages of 9.7 and 9.5 and then rebound averages of 9.9 and 9.0. If you round those numbers, that's 4 seasons averaging a triple-double. Not even the great Larry Bird or Magic Johnson could do that. He won the league MVP in 1964, had a silky smooth jumper and fadeaway. His postgame is revered by Phil Jackson as the best in the history of the sport this side of Michael Jordan for perimeter players. 4 seasons at or over 11 assists per game, had 3 seasons over 10 rebounds per game, closed out his career averaging 25.7 points per game, 9.5 assists, 7.5 rebounds, 48.5% shooter. For his era is just unreal for a perimeter player. He didn't play on the greatest teams, so his playoff numbers are a little skewed. A lot of his playoff numbers were amassed at the end of his career. But in his prime, he averaged nearly 30 points per game on 47% shooting, nearly 9 rebounds and 10 assists per game in the playoffs during his prime. He is the big O, Oscar Robertson.
Yeah. Yeah, man. One of the greatest point guards. Yes, one of the greatest all-around players of all time, man. I mean, a great rebounder, great scorer, great passer, man. Like you said, I mean, he was a great post player, back in the day. I mean, he's and I mean, just think of it, man. Like, no one's. How can we have decades upon decades, and no one else ever. I mean, even though he averaged the numbers he did, how come there's never been a player since then that's averaged a triple double? I mean,
because it's extremely hard to do, because you've got to maintain that level of play for 82 games.
Yeah.
It is extremely hard to do.